wanna do is drink beer for breakfast.
KFAM News Time 7:42. It's Thursday morning, and that means the first edition Beer Geek is on the air. And this morning we want to tell you about something pretty cool that's going on and being championed by the Oregon Brew Crew, the big homebrewing contingent here in the Portland area. And it's to help the folks in Flint, Michigan. And joining us live here in studio is Dylan VanDetta, treasurer with the Brew Crew. Dylan, welcome to KFAM.
Good morning.
So we all know water is an essential part of making beer, and as the folks in Flint know, essential part of life. And so you guys have all kind of put your heads together and to talk a little bit about what you're going to want to be doing here.
Right. So there's actually quite a few brewers in Oregon that come from Michigan. So we wanted to kind of use our resources to help out the folks there in Flint. So as you know, water is really important to beer, and we just feel that it's really terrible that these folks have to actually deal with that issue. They can't even drink the water that's coming out of their taps. So we're trying to raise some money, raise some awareness of the issue that's there, and try to put some pressure on government and folks to help out and get the problem solved.
How'd you get the idea to do this? I mean, how can a home brewing club from Portland, Oregon, make a difference in Flint, Michigan?
Yeah, I first heard about it actually at a Rachel Maddow show a while back, and when I heard about it, I was just shocked that it was occurring in the United States. And so then I did a little bit more research on it and decided that we should probably do something as a brew club. We have about 300 members, and that's a force to be reckoned with. So let's use that for good.
It's amazing how we all take water for granted, especially here in Portland, where the water is just perfect for making beer. It's hard to imagine life in a place like Flint, where you can't even drink the water that comes out of your tap, let alone make beer with it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's terrible. So it's such a big problem too. I think they were estimating 20,000 homes have a problem with lead, and it's going to take a long time to fix that problem permanently. The stopgap measure is to deliver bottles of water, and that's millions of bottles, plastic bottles, that are being distributed to the folks in Flint. And we're thinking maybe using some steel kegs to actually deliver water in instead of all this plastic. That's not good for the environment. And
I can imagine any little bit of water is going to make a difference, especially when you can't tap water out of your pipes.
Exactly, yeah. And it's water that's bad enough you can't wash your clothes in it, you can't wash your bodies in it, You certainly can't drink it. So anything we can do to help.
I know there's a lot of breweries in Michigan. Are there any breweries in Flint? And
there is.
Are they making beer?
There is one brewery there called Tenacity Brewing. I've reached out to them. I haven't heard back yet, but I'm hoping that we can get some support from them as well. They actually use the hashtag Beer for Flint, which is our hashtag. Okay. So we're kind of doing some free advertising for them, but I'm hoping that they'll help us out.
So are there other homebrew clubs around the country then trying to get involved in the same effort if the brewery there in Flint's using the same hashtag?
Well, I don't know. So they're using it to advertise their brewery, but I guess we're trying to hijack it a little bit.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way, for sure. And there is a bunch of homebrew clubs in Michigan, and we've reached out to a number of them. We received word back from Genesee Brewers Club that they want to help us out, and they're in Genesee County, which is where Flint is. So we're hoping to help with them.
There's a really neat Michigan contingent among people who make beer here in Portland.
For sure.
Not only yours truly, but Michael at Montevilla Brew Works, Tomas at Culmination Brewing. It's amazing to me when I meet people. It's like, hey, I'm from Michigan, but I live here in Portland, Oregon, and I make beer.
Exactly. Yeah, and we've got a bunch of homebrewers as well in our club that are from Michigan as well. So there's a lot. It hits close to home, even though it's far away.
So if folks want more information, they want to get involved and just see what this is, how the GoFundMe campaign is going. Where do they go to get more information?
They can go to www.gofundme.com/beerforflint. They can also go to the Oregon Brew Crew's website. It's oregonbrewcrew.org. And we have some information up there as well.
All right. We've saved the best for last here because you, are, as a member of the Brew Crew, actually brought homebrew.
I did.
So what do we have?
This is a Russian Imperial Stout that we barrel-aged. It was 5 of us. We brewed 55 gallons of beer. We threw it in a barrel and aged it for a month and a half. And this is the result.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Thank you so much. You can't have the Beer Geek without beer.
I agree. Oh, that's getting good.
And that's a fantastic breakfast beer.
For sure.
So before we let you go here, just talk a little bit about who is the Brew Crew and how can I get involved if I'm a home brewer?
Sure. The Oregon Brew Crew is the oldest and largest homebrew club in Oregon. I think we've discovered we're third oldest in the country. We have about 300 active members, and we've been around since 1979. So we've got a lot of influence in Oregon and the Pacific Northwest. We helped organize the Pacific Northwest Homebrewers Conference a couple of weeks ago. A lot of our alumni are actual brewers that started breweries in Oregon or in other states.
And if you ever see a collaborator tap at any of the festivals that are going on, that's you guys, right?
That's us and Widmer, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it's Oregon Brew Crew members only.
All right, one more time on the Beer for Flint information. Where can people go?
They can go to www.gofundme.com/beerforflint.
All right, Dylan VanDetta, Oregon Brew Crew treasurer, thanks for coming in studio this morning.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Cheers.